Hello, boys and girls. This is Aunt Fernita, and I have a wonderful story for you called Joseph Goes to Jail. Today's memory verse is from Romans chapter 8, verses 38 and 39. Nothing can separate us from the love God has for us. The message for today's story is God is with us in good times and in bad. Can you think of the best thing that's ever happened to you? What about the worst thing that's ever happened? Did you know that God was with you both times, just as he was with Joseph? Joseph couldn't believe it. Yesterday he had been in charge of all his master's house. Today his master had thrown him into jail. Joseph knew he had not done anything wrong, and he knew one more very important thing. He knew that God was with him and would take care of him no matter where he was. The chief jailer gave Joseph work to do. Joseph worked without complaining, and every day the chief jailer saw that Joseph did things right. Before long, he put Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners. One morning, Joseph noticed that two of the prisoners looked worried. One had been the king's cupbearer. The other had been the king's baker. But the king had become angry and had put both of them in prison. "What's the matter?" Joseph asked them. "We had strange dreams last night," the cupbearer answered, scratching his head, "and we don't know what they mean." "God is the only one who can explain dreams," Joseph said. "Tell me your dreams." "I dreamed I saw a vine with 3 branches," the cupbearer replied. "There were grapes on the vines, and I squeezed the grape juice into the king's special cup and gave it to him." Joseph said, "God will help me explain the dream to you. In 3 days the king will set you free and you will go back to work in the palace. When you see the king, please tell him about me," Joseph begged. "I have done nothing wrong. I shouldn't be in this prison." And then the baker said, "Let me tell you my dream. I dreamed there were 3 bread baskets on my head. There were fancy breads and cakes for the king in the top basket, but the birds were eating the food." Joseph prayed silently. "I will explain the dream to you. In 3 days the king will punish you, and you will die." In 3 days the king had a birthday, and he gave a big party. During the party he sent to the jailer for his cupbearer and baker. The king gave the cupbearer his old job back, but punished the baker, just as Joseph had said. Joseph waited and waited to hear that the cupbearer had told the king about him, but the cupbearer forgot about Joseph. Joseph was sorry that the cupbearer had forgotten him, but he knew that God loved him. Joseph trusted God to take care of him, even in jail.
This podcast was brought to you by Gracelink.net and Studio El Piso. For more children's resources, please visit Gracelink.net.